no stopping, no stopping, no stopping, no stopping. 4 o'clock and I'm still rocking. Yes, 4 o'clock and I'm still rocking. 4 o'clock and I'm still rocking. No stopping, no stopping, no stopping, no stopping.
Hi Queens, it's Paige again. So today I'm going to be doing a Bantu knot out on the kinky curly hair. So this is a Bantu knot out that I did last night, and I went out and it was hot and I was sweating, and here we go. I mean, it still looks good, it's just messier than it was. So what I have to use today is really simple. I have just a regular brush. I have in here, this is a color applicator bottle that I bought from Sally's, and I mixed up some melted raw shea butter, some tea tree oil, and coconut oil with a little bit of water, and I use this to spray or to put in between my tracks to keep my natural hair moisturized and well oiled and everything, so that it's healthy when I take the tracks out, so it'll grow. And I also have just a spray bottle of regular water. So what I'm basically going to do is, it's going to be really unorganized, because my theory is you don't have to part the Bantu knots all pretty unless you're going to wear them out, to me, because you're going to take them out and fluff them anyway, so I don't see the point of precisely parting each part. It doesn't make sense to me. So today I'm just going to do the Bantu knot out, and I'm going to start now. So I'm just going to start in the front and just part it with my fingers. I do them fairly large because I like my hair to be, I like my twists or my curls to come out like waves, kind of. So I'm just going to part and go, and then, you know, just do what I do. Okay, so this is the first Bantu knot. What I did was I sectioned it, brushed it out I sprayed water on the ends first, and then worked it through the hair just to make sure it was damp, not wet, so that it has time to dry. And I just brushed the water through just to make sure it was thorough, and I put a little bit of oil on my hands. I use oil instead of like a leave-in conditioner, because to me it seals better and keeps the humidity from totally jacking up my hair. So because a lot of leave-in conditioners are water-based, which leaves your hair vulnerable to revert back to being, you know how natural hair does. You know, when we get our hair wet or in humidity or something, how it reverts back to being an afro. I want my curls to stay curly, okay? I also don't use a styling gel or a holding gel, because I like my curls to be more like defined, but not as defined. I still like the natural kinky look, if that makes sense. But you're free to use a styling gel or you know, a holding gel, anything like that. So for this one, I'm going to do it more slowly. This was a test or example. This one I'm going to do more slowly and kind of step by step, so you can see how I do the Bantu knot, okay? So here I have it twisted because to me it defines my Bantu more. And so from here I'm going to start twisting in the direction that the hair is already twisted. So if I twist it in the opposite direction, it untwists. So I'm going to twist it the way that the hair is already twisted to the root, and then I'm going to twist it around once and hold it. So I'm going to twist it around my finger in the way that the hair is twisted as I wrap it around, and each time I wrap the hair around, I wrap it so that it goes underneath the last wrap. So you see where this little twist is? You twist it, and then you're going to wrap it underneath, kind of tucking it as you go. And I'm going to do that all the way until I reach the end. And when I have those last few like strands, like gets to a point where it's like one strand of hair left to wrap, I just wrap that around until it runs out. And that's what holds it, so that I don't have to use bobby pins or rubber bands. Now you're free to do what you like, but this is what I do with the hair, okay? And again, you just treat it as you treat your own natural hair. Be careful with it because it's virgin hair, just like your hair comes out of your head. And you want to be careful with that to make sure it lasts. Okay, so from here, I'm going to finish up. I've showed you how to do a few, and I'm going to be back with the finished product. And then after, I'm going to let it sit for a few hours because I have something to do later, and I'll take it out and show you how it turns out. Alright, thanks. Okay, so I'm back, and here is the results of how the Bantu knots looked when they're finished. And now I'm going to take them out and fluff my roots and separate them, and then I will show you what it looks like when I'm done. I'm going to start in the back. Notice I twist in the opposite direction that the Bantu knots are in, and then I unravel, and it comes out in a spiral. And then I undo the 2-strand twist. Now that I have it all taken down, I'm going to separate each curl and then fluff my roots. I separate it as minimally as possible, and I start from the root and I bring my fingers down to prevent it from frizzing. So I'm going to start right here. I start from the root, part it, and bring my fingers down with it to prevent it from frizzing. And see, the curls are still perfect. So I have it separated just a little bit, and here's how it looks, minimally separated. Now I'm going to give my head a little shake, just to loosen it up a bit, and then I'm going to take my fingers and use them as a rake in my roots to basically cover up any patches that look like this, just gaps of where the Bantu knots were. Here, I'm going to take my fingers and put them together and just pull apart at my roots. When you just focus on the roots, you allow the curls at the end to stay perfect. So you're just closing up the roots. Give it a little bit more shake and fluff. Now, at this point, it's separated and it's shaken out at the roots so that it blends well and there's no gaps. You can feel it, no gaps. And now at this point, you just want to take your fingers and style it to however you want to style it. So I like to wear a little side part with a little bang in the front. So that's what I'm going to style it as right now. And notice that when I did my Bantu knots, I included my edges in the Bantu knot so that it curled along with the hair to make it look more natural. This is a full sew-in. The only part that's left out is the perimeter of my hair, which is my edges, so that when the wind blows, you just see this, just edges, and it looks and blends naturally. Alright. I'm pretty happy with the finished product. I'm going to play around with it a little bit and then I'll post pictures. Thank you.